Hello everyone, it is Kaahlan, and welcome back to my Danganronpa playthrough. We are right in the thick of the second class trial right now. We just found out that Chihiro is actually a boy, and now we're gonna see what happens with the trial next. So let's continue on.
Of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
It sure looks like it.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does
The
seem
motive was
plausible.
dependent on Toko, so Byakuya could get out.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Okay, we don't need to get into this.
This is a most titillating situation.
So now
Chihiro's
everything
reasons
has been connected.
For dressing
All
like a
the
girl,
mysteries have
are his
finally
own.
become clear.
and it's none of our business.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
This is such a okay, if Byakuya is not the killer, then this is just super dangerous, because like he'll still die if we're all wrong about him being the killer.
He's off in his own little world.
Like including him.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Oh, don't ask me
Well,
that.
without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Oh no.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Yeah, okay, that's the same vibe I'm getting, where like now I feel like I've been played. Like I just have taken the easy
The way he's
evidence.
acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too, how can I put it, overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I'm like, I expected better of Byakuya. Now I feel like I'm wrong. I called out the same things Makoto did, but we're both dumb.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
Oh, you're right, Makoto. But then who?
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Wow.
Mark
Is
it
he
as
judging me?
correct?
Am I just being judged right now?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
No, I've been played.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
That's creepy as hell.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it.
I have no idea.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Yeah.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall
Okay,
we
I'm gonna be
resume our
honest. If
game
it's
of
not
hide and seek?
Byakuya, I actually don't know. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. Is Leon's actually broken? Like, do we know for sure? Like, it won't turn on, but do we know that it won't scan? In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. I don't know. At first I was like, oh man, I totally guessed all this stuff, but it really just threw me for a loop. Okay, but Celeste's account was just that we saw her going to the workout room.
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be
Yeah,
enough for
Celeste
now.
did, I guess.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
I
It's
hit
all
the-
over.
I hit the whisper.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's not
It's
true.
not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yay! No! Not game over!
It's okay. We'll go through it again. No, as a matter of fact, there is an eyewitness account regarding Chihiro. She has more information about that. Yeah. I'll get it this
Isn't there a
time.
single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Okay.
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Was that not new info? Come on, Makoto. Don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on.
Shoot!
I thought that was new info. I guess I'm wrong.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did
Oh,
it?
okay, well then I don't know what it is. Are these not clues? Okay. My bad. I'm just sucking right now.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Oh, I meant to do
Perhaps
that.
someone saw the
No.
victim at some point.
I didn't.
Even that might be enough for now.
Okay, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
I think I needed...
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's
I think I needed
over.
to copy
It's
one.
all over. You want to know
And then
who saw
use
the
it.
victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna
Okay, I suck.
turn themselves in.
Maybe that was the
Game over,
contradiction.
man. Game over.
Was his...
Yay!
I'm really shitting the bed right now. Okay, last one. If it's not heroes, then I just suck.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Okay.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only...
We got it finally. Look,
I believe someone else did see the victim.
some of the
before he
phrases
was
are a
murdered.
little
What do you think, Celeste?
hard to tell, like a little ambiguous. I believe someone else. Oh wait, he just said this. All right.
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
I like the way she says Makoto.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Chihiro, has Chihiro been close with anyone?
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Do I?
Huh?
Oh no, what do I have that I don't know or can't think of?
You know who the killer is.
Oh, no I don't. Mondo looks like he's sweating right now. I hope it's not my boy Mondo.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Uh-huh.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
That's what I'm wondering, Celeste.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
How would you know that?
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
Yes, Celeste.
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Okay. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. Okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Yes.
He was on his way to go exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
She's right. What he said just now is really odd. How did he know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Oh no.
My tracksuit is black.
Oh no, I meant to hit the blue tracksuit shit. I'm not fast enough. I'm not a quick draw.
Shoot!
Is it Mondo? Did Mondo? Okay, so Mondo, Celeste never said that the tracksuit was blue.
First of all, we
That's
know
what
where
it is.
Chihiro was headed.
So if
He was
Mondo
on
said
his
he
way
was
to go
wearing a black
exercise.
one.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue track.
Mondo, no!
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assumed, he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the
Oh,
trial,
is it because of like
did you tell anyone
their
that?
promise? Does Mondo feel like this broke their promise somehow or something? I don't know.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Kiyotaka.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro?
Yes.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
I feel so played right now.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, because I hate him. Wait, I don't, what did Mondo do? I don't think of anything that he was acting. I actually don't know. What is Mondo? I'm trying to think of how Mondo's been doing anything. He hasn't been talking at all, has he? I'm gonna go with acting. Oh shit, I was wrong.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me
Oh wait,
off.
no, was I right?
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude.
Oh my gosh! I didn't pick up on that at all. Like, I'm realizing it now in retrospect, thinking back to my conversations with him in the warehouse, but like...
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Did you notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I'm upset. I wanted Byakuya to go. Not Mondo.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Okay, Kiyotaka, I know you guys are brothers now, but like...
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Oh, Hifumi has something? Oh, he did say that he knew who it was.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
You don't have a ghost friend.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that
Just
relevant.
tell us.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... I would assume it's Chihiro's. I mean, now I think it's probably Mondo's. It belongs to Mondo, doesn't it? Huh? But I have mine. Then whose is it? I'd better calm down and think about this. Okay, then it's Chihiro's. Oh no, I'm running out of time and hearts. Looks like I just embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Hey, game, I don't need you to call me out like that. Is it Chihiro's?
I got it!
Okay. I thought it might be
know
Chihiro's.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
What?
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Like setting off the machine gun, maybe? Didn't someone say they had heard construction or possibly a gun?
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Oh no, I don't actually know. I'm running out of parts too. I actually don't know. I'm just thinking. Like, I've been trying to talk it out in my head, but I also feel like I'm running out of time. Like, Monokuma said it had a weak point. I don't think it's hacking, because why would Chihiro hack their own? And then, I mean, it could be by exploiting a bug, but like, how would anyone know that? I'm gonna go with this. Okay. Whew. I got one right, finally.
The handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
I'm sure, just tell me.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
It's Mondo's from the sauna.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
That would mean that Kiyotaka's broke as well.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin,
Is Kiyotaka
you'd
covering for
definitely
him?
get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone,
Because
right?
they went into the sauna in their clothing. Oh, Kiyotaka probably didn't take his into the sauna. That's why his isn't broken.
Indeed.
Or maybe his is, I don't know.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
Yeah, what if someone went into the sauna fully clothed?
They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but Who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I do.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... our boy Mondo. I knew it. Oh.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Yeah.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Yeah.
And when it was all
How
over,
did this switch from
Mondo
my two
discovered that
least
taking
favorite
your
people
handbook into
being
the sauna could
the
easily
suspects
destroy
to my two favorite people?
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh? Do I? Wait.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
Wait. I don't know what it
you
is.
broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during their sauna showdown. If I can just prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is
Is it
correct,
Chihiro's?
then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, shit. I did it.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I don't know which one it is. How do I prove that Mondo's actually broke?
Let's
With
test
Chihiro's
Makoto's
handbook,
assertion.
I think. Alright.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oops, shit. God damn
See?
it. I right-clicked on it.
Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I'm not sure if it's the Mondo one or if it's Kiyotaka's. I don't know if Kiyotaka is covering for him or just choosing to defend him because they're very close
Let's
friends.
test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct,
Okay.
then Mondo,
This time.
you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's
Stop trying to mess
handbook
this up.
is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Nope, it wasn't that one. Oh no, I'm wrong!
Shoot!
Is it that I'm wrong?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then
I don't know where the
Mondo,
card reader would do
you
it.
broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Oh, is that not it? Okay. Oh no. I thought that like, cause I'm not wrong, I think. But now I don't know what it is that I need to actually. The contradiction is that his work's fine, right? Or maybe I just chose the wrong one. I chose
test
Chihiro's.
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In
I'm
other
going to
words,
die.
If Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look!
Was I not?
Makoto was wrong after all!
Okay, I don't know what it is. I'm so dumb. I don't know what it is. Oh shit, am I just dead now? I failed! No! What does that mean? Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh. Have we already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. Wait, no, is this actually— I don't want to fail this. Oh shit. Oh, I don't want to know who the blackened is if I failed. What do I do? It would appear that the one— oh, it's just me. The one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Yes, I would like to give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Yeah. Okay, since I failed and this episode is already too long, I'm actually going to pause right here and end it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm shitting the bed at the end of this, but that's okay. You guys are great. And hold on, I'm gonna just pause that so it stops going. But yeah, you guys are great. Thanks for hanging out. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye!